What's happening, fellow Landcruiser enthusiasts? Patrick back. Got my Vintage Air, not air conditioning, but Vintage Air heater defroster unit. They call it the Generation 2 heater defroster unit by Vintage Air. Part number 506101. Some of the stuff it comes with: vents, connectors, the 3 switches, your heater control, direction, and then airspeed. But that's basically heater, defroster, blower motor, heater core, all in one. The older Landcruisers, they kind of, they had the side vent here, which pulled in air. But what I do, see, is the battery's out of it right now, but I put the battery right there and take the blower motor out, and then that frees up underneath. It frees up that vent, and then I already have the defroster tubes installed up through the vents. But the old heaters, the air went in through the vent, through the blower motor, then up through that duct, through the heater box assembly with the heater core, and then down through the heater core, and then back up for the vent, defroster vents. And what I do is I put the Vintage Air, these stickers will come off, but this Vintage Air, what you do is it goes right on the firewall, all one piece, all put together. Hopefully this works. Kind of show you. We're already stiffening up into place. But what we'll do, this will go right on the firewall, right there, kind of centered around. That's right up against that support. Just clear the transmission hump there, and these will just squeeze up in there, plug right in there, and kind of tuck out of the way. Take these stickers off, and then you won't even see it. It'll be really clean. This little unit right here replaces all that heater box, blower unit, duct, everything. And since this is a resto mod anyway, this is a good option. It has aluminum heater core in there, and the heat exchange is fantastic, and the airflow compared to the stock one is just 100 times better. Just 100 times better. Well, showing these vents here for the defroster, you can see the hanging down there. I don't have the defroster in yet, but it's kind of weird how the hole is under here, because there's no vents. There's just a hole that comes up through the firewall, and these little holes right here. So what I'm going to do is just oval out these and feed them up into this vent so that it blows up onto the windshield for a defroster. I do not know what they had originally. The later ones had an actual, funnel shaped vent thing where you could just hook these onto the end of it down below. But this one's kind of weird, so I'm gonna get that windshield folded over and see how it works. All right. Well, you can kind of see in there how the defroster vents I got them fed up in there. They actually fit pretty good, and then closed down, and that kind of works out just right. All right, well, I had to make myself a template. These used to come with a template for the bolt pattern to mount it, but they don't no more. Oh well, so anyways, got the holes in the firewall drilled. Now, what you're gonna do is take these switches out of their little respective housing there. Got the gauge the knobs off there. So what I want to do is just take those out, take those little stickers off, and replace those on the dash. What I want to do is I already had these little 3 holes on the dash here. What I'm doing is just taking a razor blade and ever so gently just peeling off these little stickers on here that indicate, so they'll be behind the switch, and between that and the new headlight switch and the power outlet and the gauges and everything, it'll look like a new old Landcruiser. Hence, I guess, resto mod. Well, there's basically what the 3 identification stickers for the heater control defroster base look like. Well, there's what the gauges look like. Gauges? Switches look like. Got your off, high, medium, low, 4-position fan, yeah. Defroster, combination heater defroster, and then your combination hot. Looking all modern and new in there. Well, that's pretty much the final assembly there. You know, I'll trim those and get them to suck up tight there, and I gotta tighten the hose clamps for the incoming water lines, but that's pretty much all you see. And see, so you can see the little door on the bottom open up. That's for the heater, and then it'll go right to bi-level, then all the way to defrost, and then it'll close up and blow like crazy. Another angle, you can see how it looks in there. Like I said, I'll pull up those defroster tubes, make them a little that way, see, it's out of the way for the shifter, because you move the shifter forward with a V8 conversion, and then that way it's nice and tight and out of the way, uptight.